Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the tech news for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2015. And today in the news, we have Android or Google Chrome on Android that now has a new version that gets a data saver mode where up to 70% less data will be used on the cell network to show web pages. So that's interesting, especially if you're very tight on the amount of data every month. And apparently, it uses some really advanced compression modes to achieve this. So they say that in some tests, up to 70% less data when you view web pages with the new version of Android, Google Chrome for Android. So rejoice, that is good news. And I think it is interesting to have these browsers that use a lot less data on the mobiles because we have just so little data available on our networks that I think that's probably the future, a little bit of the future of mobile browsing. Well, Adobe Flash is dead. Now we are with Adobe Edge Animate, or Adobe Animate, which replaces the Adobe Flash and embraces HTML5 technology. So I think Flash has been such a problem in the last year and even a few years. You know what? Even as long as I can remember, even as a tech guy, if it's not a security flaw, Flash often had some issues with computers. It always was a troublesome plugin, yet it was always required, and it's still required because so many websites use Flash, basically. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and I hope that things are going to get better, especially if they use the HTML5 protocols. It means that now they'll be using basically the web standards to do their animations. That probably will be better. A big, massive attack on Australia's supercomputer has happened, we've learned. It apparently was the meteorological supercomputer, and it apparently were able to actually get into the system, so there was a breach there. And more and more of these attacks come from China, but we have to remember one thing. We do pinpoint China as a big bad guy on the attacks on the web, but let's just remember one thing. If we look at the big countries, United States and Russia also are big, big, big cyber attackers. So I don't think anybody here can say that China is necessarily worse than any other. That's for sure on the internet. Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook is giving away 99% of his fortune. Hopefully, some of it might come my way, but I don't think so. Yes, Mark Zuckerberg says, look, there's a lot of iniquities in the world, and what he wants to do is give out that money slowly over the years and have, the charity help the poor and the sick and the people that need it the most. And basically, what he says is, there's a lot of iniquities in the world. There's a lot of people that have nothing. Some have everything. Why not, share it and try to make that the world a little more equal? So, not bad an idea. I don't know if he's going to do it exactly, but apparently it's going to go out as almost $1 billion a year for the next few years. So it's going to be interesting to see, and I think it's nice. What the hell someone does with $40 billion? I think his the last numbers is that he's worth something like 45 billion. An individual with $45 billion, what do you want to do? You can basically buy whatever you want. So I think it's nice to share a little of that fortune. And but, it goes on with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and so on. I think these are nice enterprises where money is sent to help poor people, help the world, and I think that's nice to a nice gesture basically. Of course, there will always be those people that go crazy and say, yeah, 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 that's because you don't know the big, the big screen. There's a lot of stuff going on, and these guys control everything. And it's like, yeah, look, he's giving his fortune away to help. Why don't we just stay at that? And that's quite all right. We've had a few numbers. IDC sent out a little forecast for tablet sales and OS market shares. And what they were saying is that tablet sales are down, PC sales are down, but there's one category that's actually saving everything, and that category is the tablet slash PC hybrid, a little bit like the Surface tablets and all the two-in-one styles. They are the ones that are kind of saving the market. And as you see here, this is the market share from 2014 to forecasts up to 2019. What it shows is that Android is losing market share on tablets, and iOS will be losing market share on tablets also. But Windows, Microsoft Windows, will be gaining market share thanks to these hybrid devices. And so I think it's a nice, interesting thing to look at. And it goes with the news that I had a few days ago about year after year Windows tablets and two-in-ones kind of increasing 58% over a year, which is amazing, and shows that there's a trend and there's something there. People want these types of devices instead of just tablets that don't do much. So interesting little numbers here. And finally, in our last bit of news, Windows 10 numbers were out yesterday. Windows 10 is now installed on 148 million PCs around the world. So we're at about 150 million. So that's good news. It's a good number for an operating system that's been out for 4 months now, and I think this is a cool number. Of course, it does show there's a slowdown, which is totally normal. I think on every operating systems, the hype is on the first month or two after it was released, and then it really slows down, and that's for sure. So 150 million after 4 months. Microsoft wants to get 1 billion Windows 10 machines by mid 2018. 2 years and a half to go there. Will that happen? We'll see. Of course, the numbers are nice for 4 months, but will they continue? I suspect they will have some interesting numbers, especially as we get to the last 6 months where Windows is going to stay free for 2016. So it's going to be interesting to see that. So this was the tech news for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2015. If you enjoy my videos, want to subscribe. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, anything you want to know, let us know. Give us a thumbs up if you like the videos, and hopefully you will continue to follow us. Thank you so much for being there. And don't forget, every Tuesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, 2200 hours Universal Time, we have a live show where we answer your questions. So thank you for watching.